very close to him are the relays of Lithuania. The first relay of the Lithuania, the second relay of Austria, also the third and the first relay of Finland. In today's race, fourth to fifth control with two route choices, left and right. And you can see that most of the competitors are going left to the open land. The weather at the arena is really windy, so this is the reason for the technical problems today in the live coverage, and we hope that it will get better with the time, but for the moment the weather is really windy. And we can see that the leader on the first leg is Bartosz Niewelski from Poland. Behind him is the Danish relay, the first relay of Denmark, with I think this is Kamila Sjogor. That's right, Kamila Sjogor with very good start of the relay. She's very close to Bartosz Niewelski, who is on the first leg for Team Poland. There is no GPS signal in the area of the fourth control, so we are waiting to see where are the other competitors. Now we can see that the first leg for Finland 3 is going right behind Kamila Sjogor, and this is Nurminen, Karina Nurminen. She is very close to Kamila Sjogor. Also to the fifth control we can see the second team of Finland. And also the first team of Italy with Aris Pecorari. The first team of Lithuania also in the battle for the first 3-4 places. And we can see the first competitor with right route choice to the fifth control. This is Kalina Stoeva from Bulgaria. I can see from her GPS she's going to the right, but for the moment the GPS is lost. In the same time, Bartosz Nibelski very close to the fifth control. He is together with Kamila Sjogor. We lost the GPS of Bartosz Nibelski, so we will have to wait to see where he is exactly in this very moment. Also Karina Nurminen with a different micro choice to the fifth control. I think that Bartosz Nibelski made a mistake to the fifth control, going to the wrong path right before sixth control. So now he turned back and he lost some time. And Kamila Sjogor, she will be the first competitor at the fifth control. Right behind her is Karina Nurminen from the third team of Finland. The next control is only one way to the sixth control. I think that Kamila Sjogor and Karina Nurminen are together, but to the seventh control maybe they will split. Now the GPS is good, so we can see there are a lot more competitors together at the fifth control, going to the sixth control, and Kamila Sjogor is leading the race. The winner in the last two races, in the sprint and the long distance. Kamila Sjogor, she is the leader in the world ranking in MTB orienteering. Now Kamila Sjogor, she will try to win another gold medal with her team. On the second leg for the Danish team is Awan Jensen, and on the third leg, Oliver Fries. Karina Nurminen from Finland 3 also going to the 6th control. She's maybe together with Kamila Sjogor. Ruska Saarela from Finland, the first team of Finland, is also very close to the leaders, together with Andras Jene from Lithuania and Aris Pekovari from Italy. Here is also Constance de Villers from France, the first team of France. I think that the team of France have really good chances for the win, or at least for a medal today. But we will see the teams of Czech Republic, of Austria, of Sweden. They are also very good and with a lot of potential. And it will be a really interesting battle to see on the first place who will arrive first on the finish after the first leg, and of course after that to see what will happen on the second and on the third leg. We lost the GPS of Kamila Sjogor, but we can see that Karina Nurminen from Finland 3 is going to the 7th control. Now we can see the GPS of Kamila Sjogor, and I think that she's continuing to lead the race. Some seconds behind her is Bartosz Nibolski from Poland, who made a mistake going to the 5th control, taking the wrong path. For the moment, very good performance by Kamila Sjogor. And I can say the same for Karina Nurminen. Her GPS is lost for the moment, but she's going very well. after seven control point number 7, there are 2 other controls in the forest before the competitors arrive here at the arena for the spectators control. And we can see that after the spectators control, there are 4 to 5 controls. Kamila Sjogor closing to the 7th control. Kamila Sjogor and Bartosz Nibelski are leading the race on the first leg, but after them there are a lot of relays. We can see that Italy won, France won, and Finland won are together going to the 7th control. Karina Nurminen from Finland 3 with different route choice to the 7th control. And the same for Andras Jene from Lithuania. These are the first 5 relays on the first leg. After them, we can see the relays of France 3, Czech Republic 3, Austria 2, Czech Republic 1. Czech Republic 1 is one of the favorites for the win today. On the first leg is Maria Kamaritova. And after that, two very strong guys, Wojciech Ludwig, who won the last 2 races, the sprint and the long distance, and also Christoph Boger, who is the number 1 in the world ranking in the men's for 2022. Christoph Boger, he was first in the world ranking also in 2018. 4 years later, he is again the leader in the men's category. Very experienced competitor. On the 3rd leg for Czech Republic, and also on the 2nd leg with Wojciech Ludwig, who showed really good shape. Now we can see Kamila Sjogor. She's going to the 8th control. From what I can see from the GPS, Kamila Sjogor is continuing to lead the race on the first leg. The GPS of Bartosz Nibelski is lost, but as I said earlier, Bartosz Nibelski from Poland lost some time to the fifth control. He took the wrong path and lose some time. Also on the seventh control, Karina Nurminen from Finland 3 and Andras Jene from Lithuania 1. We can see a lot of competitors on the seventh control. Ruska Saarela from Finland 1. Also the first leg for Czech Republic 1, Maria Kamaritova. She is going very well, and if she continue to perform well, I think Czech Republic will have advantage with these strong guys on the second and the third leg, Wojciech Ludwik and Krzysztof Bogar. Also on the seventh control we can see the first leg for Austria 2 and the first leg for France 3.
we're still waiting for the first bikers to come out of the forest part of the first leg. At control number 9 is the last control, which is located in the forest. Then they have pretty easy run to the finish through the village part and fields. 40 minutes from the start.
Kamila Sjogor, the leader on the first leg. She is going now to the 8 control. Right behind her is Karina Nurminen from Finland. She is in the third team of Finland for today's relay. Now Lithuania 1 and Italy 1, I think they are splitting with different route choices to the 8 control. But the GPS is already lost, so we can't say exactly where is going the Lithuanian girl. We will have to wait to see what is her route to the 8 control.
We reckon that the leaders are in a part of the forest there where there is no GPS coverage, so we are waiting for them to appear in the fields after control number 9 very soon.
the GPS is lost and we can't see, but I think that the first two relays um, have already took the spectators control, and I think these are the relays of Poland and Denmark. We can see the second legs for Poland and Denmark waiting for their teammates. Unfortunately, we cannot see the GPS for the first two relays on the first leg. The weather continues to be very windy here at the arena, and it's very difficult on the technical part to cover the race. We can see another competitors going to the arena for the second part of the curves, but we are waiting for the first finishers, and I think this will be the first legs for Poland and Denmark. I can see the second legs for these two relays, waiting for their teammates. The first two relays, mixed relay, are already on the second leg. These are the relays of Poland and Denmark. For the moment, Team Poland is leading the race. Maybe 1-2 minutes in front of Team Denmark. Now I can see that the second lap 14th. You can see the GPS at gps.tracksport.eu. Unfortunately, in some areas there is no GPS coverage, so we can't see the whole race for the competitors, but we are waiting for live results. I think this was Ruska Saarela from Finland, but first I will check this to confirm this information. Also start for the second leg of Team Italy. And now I can see some results from the first leg in today's race. Of course, Bartosz Nibelski, he was first at the finish with 50 minutes and 12 seconds. He was 1 minute and 40 seconds faster than Kamila Sjogor from Denmark. Third at the finish on the first leg was Karina Nurminen from the third team of Finland. She was 5 minutes and 14 seconds behind the leader. And after that we can see the teams of Austria 2, the Finlands 2, Lithuania 1, France 1, Czechia 1. 8 relays at the finish on the first leg for the moment. Maria Kamaritova from Czech Republic, she arrived with 7 minutes and 22 seconds after the leader. As I said earlier, the Czech team is one of the big favorites for today's mixed relay. On the second leg for the Czech team is the winner from the sprint and from the long distance, Wojciech Ludwig. And after him on the third leg is Christoph Boger, the leader in the world ranking for 2022. Really strong competitors for the Czech team on the second and on the third leg. Also on the finish, yes, Ruska Saarela from Finland won. She is 7 minutes and 36 seconds behind the leader. And also Iris Aurora Pecorari from Italy won. She is 7 minutes and 50 seconds behind the leader Bartosz Nibelski on the first leg. Bartosz Nibilski lost some time during the race, but he managed to arrive first on the finish. But I think that it's not enough margin to the to the Camilla Sogor from Denmark. Only 1 minute and 40 seconds. So it will be difficult for Team Poland to continue to lead the race, I think. The second leg for Team Poland is Damian Hila, another guy, but on the third leg it's a woman, Alexandra Saturska. So maybe it will be tough for Poland to fight for the medals. But after the first leg, we can say that the first team of Finland is looking really well. Also, the first team of France and the first team of Czech Republic.
We have the first team of France being at 6 minutes and 52 seconds after Bartosz Niewielski. And the first team of Finland at 7:36. Also the first Czech team at 7:22. So these are three teams that have very strong men second and third legs, with Wojciech Ludwig and Christoph Bogar for the Czech Republic, Jeremy Poiret and Johan Courtois for the France one, and we have for Finland we have Jussi Lorila and Mika Nurmi. Let's see how things are going on the second leg. Finland 3 with Karina Nurminen on the first leg. Have Evelina Valima and Sara Hietilainen. So this is only women relay, so they won't be very competitive on the next legs. But nonetheless, very strong ride by Karina Nurminen. Second leg for the Denmark is Alan Jensen, and on the third leg is Oliver Fries. So also a very good relay. Camilla Sjögaard did a very strong run on the first leg, beating all the women with a big margin, being beaten only by Bartosz Niewielski. So Denmark is very much in the fight too.
And we can say that most of the relays are with women on the first leg, but Poland decided to take different tactics with Bartosz Niewielski on the first leg.
Also, Italy are going to be very strong. Iris Aurora Pecorari finished the first leg on 10th place with 7 minutes and 50 seconds, but this is only 20 seconds from Finland and 1 minute from France, the other favorites with women on the first leg. So Iris Aurora Pecorari had a very good
Already 17 minutes from the start of Damian Hiła for first team of Poland. After him it's Alan Jensen from Denmark. I can't say what's the difference between them. So we'll have to wait to see them here at the arena, at the spectators' control.
Lithuania won. Also a very strong relay. On the first leg, Gabriele Andrasiuniene did a very good ride, and she's only 6:46 behind the leader Bartosz Niewielski. And the second leg is the yesterday's world champion in the under 23 category, Ignas Ambrazas, and the third leg is Jonas Maiselis, who was second in the sprint. So very strong relay by Lithuania, and we'll wait for the second leg to see what will happen with the strong relays. All of them are concentrated in only 1 minute at 6.5 to 7.5 minutes after the leader at the first leg.
As we are waiting for the second legs here at the spectators' control, we also can see the third legs for the leaders. For Poland 1, the third leg, as we said earlier, is a woman, Aleksandra Saturska. For Denmark 1, the third leg is Oliver Fries. For Finland 3, the third leg for Finland 3 is Sara Irihaten. For Austria 2, the third leg is Sonja Hnilika. And for Finland 2, the last leg is Antonia Haga. From these 5 relays, 4 of them are with women at the last leg, so it will be very difficult for them to stay in the top 6 on the last leg, because they are very strong guys on the second and on the third leg. For some of the relays behind them. For Lithuania 1, Ignas Ambrazas is on the second leg, and on the third leg is Jonas Maiselis. I think Lithuania also have very good chances for a medal today. France, of course, one of the favorites for the win, or at least for a medal. On the second leg is Jérémy Poirot, and on the third leg we will start Johan Courtois. For Czech Republic, one of the big favorites for the win. On the second leg is Wojciech Ludwik, the winner from the sprint and the long distance, and on the third leg is Christoph Bogar, the leader in the world ranking. Very strong relay for Czech Republic. Wojciech Ludwik started approximately 7 minutes behind the leader Damian Hiła from Poland. I will not be surprised if he arrives at the finish in the first place. He's very strong and experienced competitor.
Poland chose to put their woman at the last leg. Alexandra Saturska also did a good run yesterday. So we will see if Damian Hila withstands the pressure of starting first, and if he will give Alexandra Saturska a good lead on the last leg, because she has to fight with the men. Also, the first Austrian relay looks very good, but let's see where they. No, Jana Hnilika didn't have a very good run, and she transferred the leg to the second leg to Georg Koffler, but with 17 minutes loss to the winner of the first leg. So the Austrians are around 10 minutes after the other favorites. So it won't be very easy for Georg Koffler and Andres Waldman, who was second yesterday in the long distance, to get close to the leaders on the second leg.
Almost 25 minutes from the start of Damian Hiła, the leader of the second leg. He started first, but for the moment we don't have information how he performed. Bartosz Niebelski needs 50 minutes to arrive on the finish with a mistake, so I think we can expect a time approximately 45-47 minutes maybe for the fastest man on the second leg.
The routes will probably, the paths in the forest will probably get harder as the time goes on, because there is a lot of heavy wind here. In the night we had a lot of rainfall and heavy winds. So the wind will probably dry the paths out, so the second and third legs should be faster. And I reckon the third legs will have the possibility to go below 45 minutes. We have 26 minutes on the second leg for the first rider, who is Damian Hila from Poland. He's already 25-26 minutes in the forest. So maybe in 10 minutes it will be possible for him to come to the spectators' control. Hopefully we'll have a view of it, because we have some technical problems because of the heavy wind. The winds here are, the wind gusts are more than 20 minutes per second. So almost 100 kilometers per hour winds here at the finish arena.
we can see we are working with Ivan to the course for today's mixed relay. Ivan, what do you think about the course? What is the most decisive leg, if there is?
Fourth to fifth looks pretty challenging. There is a forking from first to fifth, so 2, 3, and 4 are divided. The riders. So they will come back together at control number 5. But the fourth controls are located quite close to each other, so there is a route choice to control number 5. One on the left with a little bit maybe less climbing, a little bit more climbing, but it's quite easier to execute. You have a lot of fields, a lot of big roads, and on the right there are some smaller paths that they were riding yesterday. I think the right route choice is a bit riskier because of the heavy wind here. Maybe there will be a lot of branches from the trees fallen down, and it will be very hard to ride in these small paths. Also, there is a lot of riding on hilly surface sideways, so it will be very challenging in these wet conditions to ride there. So I will, in 100% of the will choose the left route choice for control number 5.
Yeah, we see that most of the competitors on the first leg got the left route choice. And do you think that the wind is the general reason to get to the left, or?
I think they found on the previous controls to go from control number 1 to control number 4 that riding in the forest is not very easy, and they will look for going through the fields where the wind will be drying the mud, and also there is no risk of fallen branches. So maybe this is why they chose this route choice.
And on the second part of the leg, we can see 2 micro route choices. Some competitors were going to the left, some to the right. Do you think?
I think I will never go to the left, because if I'm not first, I will risk going through the opposite direction of the other riders who will ride from 5th to 6th, and there will be a risk of crashes. So I will choose the right side, even though it looks a little bit steeper, the downhill. But they look pretty the same. There will be a lot of luck today, because some paths will be more muddier than other, and it will not be easy to know which one is better. There is an interesting forking and control number 7 and 8. Very different options are the 3 forkings. Control number 7 and control number 8. The most left, the left fork, which is most on the left, looks very unpleasant to execute, because you have to go to the upper path, then go back to the lower path, and the right side has a more direct approach. For the rightest forking has a more direct approach, but maybe they will come up quite even at the end.
What do you think about these small paths directly to the control? Is it an option for the competitors?
The dotted parts, I think there will be an option today, because all of the paths will be slow. The variants to the route choices concerning dotted paths are usually shorter. So in general, today they should be more likely to be chosen by the riders, because as all paths are going to be slower, the dotted paths will not be losing so much time than the other one.
Do you think that the forking car with a big difference, like
I have to go very deep in the calculations, but even though the left forking looks quite unpleasant at the start, at the end you don't have to move so much to control number 9, so it's pretty straightforward from 8 to 9, and the other ones don't have a good option to go to control number 9. Mainly the most left of the three forkings. So I think the most right of the three forkings with starting with control number 49. So I think the most left will be the quickest one because of the second control being located just on the path for the third control.
And what about the second part of the course after the spectator control?
After the spectator control, it looks pretty easy. They will have to be, of course, careful because riding in the city part, in the village part, there is more paths. But I think it's quite easy to execute the last part of the leg. Maybe we'll have some nice final battle in this roads of the village, because it's visible here and you can ride very fast compared to the forest part where it will be very muddy. In the village, the tires will dry quite fast. The mud will fall down from them, and they will have the possibility to ride very fast here.
How important is in the relays to look to the contour description and the signatures, because we can see a lot of forkings and very close controls.
Of course, it's very impossible. It's very important to be very careful with the control numbers at the relay. And I think most of the riders here are very experienced, and they will have no problem, even though the controls in the later part of the route are very, very close to each other.
Now we can see the wife results for the second relay. Damian Hiller, who started first on the second leg, with a time for the moment 37 minutes and 10 seconds.
I think it's quite possible for him to come in the next 5 minutes, because I reckon the best man will be around 45 minutes on the second leg, and even below 45 on the third leg, because as I said before, the paths will get drier. There will be some damage on the paths from the first riders, maybe from the first and second legs, but here the riders are experienced, and I think the drier conditions will suit them on the second and third leg. So I personally think that Damian Hiller can show up in the next 5 minutes here.
Looking to the start list, we can also see Alan Jensen from Denmark 1. He started approximately 1.5 or 2 minutes behind Damian Hiller. The third competitor who started his race on the second leg was Evelima Valima from the third team of Finland. But I think she will not arrive third on the spectators' control because of the really strong guys behind her, like Ignas Ambrazas from Lithuania, Jeremy Poirot from France, and of course Wojciech Ludwik from Czech Republic. It will be interesting to see if Damian Hiller will be first at the spectator control. As we said earlier, we can't see the GPS tracking here at the arena, so this is the reason to not show the GPS tracking in the wave coverage. "40 minutes from the start of Damian Hiwa. Now I can see some of the GPS tracks on the second leg, and I can say that Wojciech Ludwig is going to the ninth control, the last control in the forest. So he will be very soon here at the spectators control at the arena. Some seconds behind Wojciech Ludwig is the representative of France, Jeremy Poirot. Jeremy Poirot started some seconds behind Wojciech Ludwig, but now he is behind him. If we can trust to the GPS tracking. So I think very good performance by Wojciech Ludwig for the moment, but also from Jeremy Poirot. He's only some seconds behind him, maybe 20-30 seconds. Ignas Ambrazas from Lithuania is going to the also to the ninth control. He started in front of Jeremy Poirot and Wojciech Ludwig, so the Lithuanian guy lost some time. Actually, he started only 5 seconds before Jeremy Poirot. But anyway, he lost some time because he's maybe 1 minute or 1 to 2 minutes behind Jeremy Poirot. I can see the GPS tracking of Damian Hiwa, who started first on the second leg. So I don't have information for his performance in today's race. We will wait for him at the spectators control.
We have Wojciech Ludwig maybe coming to the spectators control very soon. He's already at the village.
I think very good performance by Wojciech Ludwig. His time for the moment is 35 minutes and 50 seconds. So I think his time will be under 45 minutes for sure.
On the first leg, it took only 5 minutes from the spectators control to the finish. So if he comes here soon, and he will, we will have... Here is Wojciech Ludwig passing the spectators control. So he has passed Damian Hiwa from Poland, who started first with something like 5 minutes in hand. The next rider to come here should be Jeremy Poirot, if there is nobody who hasn't got a GPS coverage and surprises us.
As I said earlier, I'm not surprised that Wojciech Ludwig is first on the spectators control, but really impressive performance by him anyway, with fantastic ride for the moment. And at the spectators control, his time is 93 minutes and 44 seconds. we will wait to see the difference to the second guy on the spectator control.
On the third leg, we will have for France. We will have Joan Courtois. I think Jeremy Poiré will give the third leg to. Here is Jeremy Poiré passing the spectators control. So only maybe just under 1 minute is the difference between the two of them, and we will have a fight on the third leg between the World Cup winner Christophe Boger and Joan Courtois from France. Ignas Ambrazas is quite close, so Jonas Maiselis will start the third leg maybe on the third place and with a difference of a little bit less than 2 minutes to the leaders.
And we have now the time of Jeremy Poirot at the spectators control, 95 minutes and 2 seconds. He's 1 minute and 18 seconds behind the leader Wojciech Ludwig.
Here is Ignas Ambrazas on the spectators control, followed by Jussi Laurila from Finland. So we have a fight for the third place, Ignas Ambrazas and Jussi Laurila for Lithuania and Finland. One minute and 18 seconds is the difference at the spectators control between Jeremy Poiré and Wojciech Ludwig, and 2 minutes and 17 seconds is the time to Jussi Laurila and Ignas Ambrazas. So we have only 2 minutes separating the first three teams. Next up is Fabiano Bettega from Italy, who is the second leg of Italy's first relay. Also, Wojciech Stransky is closing up on the village part. But we are already waiting for Wojciech Ludwig to come to the finish line. I think 3 minutes already passed, so it will be very soon that he arrives here at the finish and gives the relay to the World Cup winner Christophe Boger.
It's a small difference between the first three guys on the second leg. I think it will be very interesting on the last leg with Christophe Boger for Czech Republic on the third leg and Joan Courtois for France on the third leg, and of course for Finland Mika Nurmi.
Wojciech Stransky just passed the spectators control with the second Czech team. Also with him Fabiano Bettega from Italy. And the fifth and sixth relay. So we're waiting at the finish line to see when will the first Czech team come with Wojciech Ludwig. Finland 2 is passing the spectators control on the seventh place. We can see Wojciech Ludwig still having a lead from Jeremy Poiré in the last part of the route.
I think a very good performance by Wojciech Stransky for the second Czech team. he started approximately 2 minutes and a half behind Wojciech Ludwig, and he now on the spectators control he's 4 minutes behind Wojciech Ludwig. Wojciech Ludwig, maybe he's around the third last control, going to the second last control, the 15th.
Tomasz Kamarit from the Czech Republic team number 3 is going through the spectators control, so very good run for the 3 Czech teams. Wojciech Ludwig is already riding to the second to last control. They will now meet with Jeremy Poiré on this crossing, so there will be a visual contact between them. Here is Wojciech Ludwig at the finish line. And this is the first relay to give the start of the third leg. We have Krzysztof Bogar, the winner of the overall World Cup, individual World Cup, starting on the third leg. Let's see what can happen. We are waiting for Jeremy Poiré to pass the finish line and give the relay to Johan Courtois.
At the spectators control, the difference between Wojciech Ludwig and Jeremy Poiré was 1 minute and 18 seconds. Now let's see what will be the difference at the finish.
I think it will be roughly the same, depending on which forking Jeremy Poiré has, but it seems they had one of the closer forkings. Only the third leg has the forking which is the longest. Here is him. Jeremy Poiré finishing the relay on the second place. We will see the time difference any moment. (1:18) it was at the start. Now it's Ignas Ambrazas on the finish. At the finish, he has caught up some time on Jeremy Poiré, and I think also to Wojciech Ludwig. Now we have the Finland team too with Jussi Laurila, and we have Mika Nurmi and Jonas Maiselis fighting for the third place, but they're not so away from the French team, so Johan Courtois will be under pressure. The time difference at the end is 1 minute and 15 seconds between Jeremy Poiré and Wojciech Ludwig, so we have Krzysztof Bogar leading the way with 1 minute and 15 seconds advantage to Jeremy Poiré from France. And then we have the relays of Lithuania and Finland. We'll see the time difference any moment.
And Ignas Ambrazas, he is 1 minute and 54 seconds behind Wojciech Ludwig here at the finish on the second leg.
So he caught up some time because with Jussi Laurila they passed at 2:17. Jussi Laurila at the finish was 2:04, and Ignas Ambrazas caught up some more time, so he has caught up 23 seconds at the last part of the of today's second leg.
Only 2 minutes difference between the first 4 relays, so it will be really interesting on the last leg. Ivan, what do you expect from the battle on the third leg between the Czech Republic, France, Lithuania, and Finland?
I expect it to be very interesting. On paper, it should look pretty easy to predict, as Czech Republic has the World Cup winner at the third leg, but Christoph Bogor didn't have very good competitions in the sprint distance and the long distance. Maybe he's not in top form right now, or had some technical problems. I don't know, but I think the French and the Finnish third legs are very strong. Also the third leg of Lithuania. I think the three of them were better in the last 2 days. So starting only 2 minutes after Christoph Bogor, there is a big chance for them to catch up this time and to be in the fight for the first place. So I personally cannot give a prediction who will be first. Maybe Christoph Bogor at the end has the biggest chances because he's starting with quite a margin.
Yeah, and he is a very experienced competitor, but it's true that maybe he's not in the best shape if we are looking to his performance in the last 2 days in the sprint and in the long distance. But he's a world leader, so
we have Italy 1 transferring the relay to leg number 3 with 4 minutes and 3 seconds disadvantage, and Wojciech Stransky for Czech Republic 2 passing the relay at 4 minutes 2. On the third leg of Italy we have Luca Dalla Velle, good rider, but I don't think it will be possible for him to catch up on the teams if there are no big mistakes from the first teams, because they have very strong riders and they have 2 minutes advantage on Fabiano Bettega. As we reckoned, there was very good, very big margin between the times on the first leg and the second legs. Maybe it is getting drier and faster in the forest because the time of Wojciech Ludwig is around 45 minutes. And 10 seconds is his time, I think. No, it's 44 minutes, so it's quite a fast time. I think the third legs will have the possibility to ride even faster. We see that maybe if the GPS are correct, we can see that Maiselis is catching up on Poiré. We still don't have the location of the third leg of Finland, Mika Nurmi, but maybe his GPS will come to life very soon. We see everybody making the left route choice to control number first. Control number 1, I think it's without doubt the best route choice. We will see what will happen to control number 5 if anybody chooses the right route choice, and we have a split from the leading teams.
looking to the times at the spectators controls and the finish, we can say that Wojciech Ludwig lost some seconds, maybe a longer forking or some hesitation for him. but most of the guys behind him mm, have won some time.
So now we will have a quick interview with the leaders second leg, Wojciech Ludwig, who won the sprint distance and the long distance. And now he's in front of the camera with Stefan Yordonov. And we're good to go to take one interview.
We are with Wojciech Ludwig, who was the winner in the last two races in the sprint and in the long distance, and today in the mixed relay another good performance by him. But he will tell us, Wojciech, how was your race today?
Well, it was physically tough, especially with the wind. For the first control, it was like seeing everybody in front, and I couldn't catch them. It was so windy, and then it was nice. The few controls in the forest, it was really tricky, like technical with the map. You have to be sure where you are, because otherwise you'll be lost and you couldn't find yourself there. And then I'm not sure if I made a good road choice, but on the along for fifth, I went from the left side, and I think it might be faster from the right side because it was down and in the forest. And from the left side, we went on the open land, and it was windy again, and that was really exhausting.
So do you understand where you caught the other competitors?
Well, I got most of the people in the first part in the forest, but then with Ignace we were riding together, and then he had some longer forking, so I got in front of him, and then I didn't see him from that.
Your time is very strong. Are you satisfied with your performance today?
Yeah, I think I'm satisfied. Just in the city I made some mistakes in the last few controls, but nothing huge.
Yeah, we saw you lose some seconds and maybe some hesitation from you. Or?
Yeah, I just didn't want to turn back to the wind, so I kept with the wind, and so I took longer route, longer way, and then in the second half of the route choice, I was having the headwind, so it didn't save me anything. It just was worse.
Thank you very much, and congratulations for your performance. We will see what will happen at the end of the race.
Thank you.
So this was the interview with the leader after the second leg, Wojciech Ludwig, who won the sprint distance and the long distance, and had a very good ride today with a time of less than 43 minutes. Now we're looking at the GPS tracks. We see that the leaders are now located in a part of the forest that there is no GPS coverage, but they should be on their way to control number 5. Hopefully there will be some GPS coverage downhill from control number 5 to control number 5, going through controls number 7 and 6, because most of the runners will go through there, and we'll have some view of the difference between the leading teams. Just to remind you that we have very small gaps at the start. First is the World Cup individual overall winner of this year, Christoph Bogar, followed by Maiselis from Lithuania, and also On the second place, on the fourth place, we had Miko Nurmi, and on the second place, we have Johan Courtois. So the fight is between these four relays for the first place.
Wojciech Ludwig, who arrived first at the second leg, after the second leg, told us that he made a wrong route choice after the spectators control. From 12th to 13th control, he went right because he didn't want to turn around. So he continued on his direction, but this is obviously the slower route choice with maybe 5-6 seconds or more. So this is maybe the only mistake that Wojciech made today. It will be interesting to see if the competitors on the third leg will get the right route choice to the 13th control with turning around their bikes.
Yeah, of course, when coming into the village, you you switch on sprint distance regime, and you don't want to switch directions in this fast part of the course. But as you can see, the right route choice goes through not in the streets of the village, but on a path around the village. So it will be muddier and more exposed to the winds. So this is why maybe it cost him some time. And we're still waiting for the first runners to come into the GPS coverage zone around control number 7. Hopefully they won't be so fast that the GPS could not catch them. We can now see the GPS of Jonas Maiselis in the field, in the big field between control number 4 and 5. the GPS is catching up information, so we will see soon where he is. Hopefully the other guys will show up on our screen every moment too. Jonas Maiseli started third after a good final part of the second leg by Ignas Ambrazas. And we have Jonas Maiselis riding almost starting the downhill to control number 5, which is a long downhill. Let's see where he will choose to go through control number 6 or on the right through control number 7. As we said, going through control number 6, you'll have to ride on the opposite direction to slower riders from the previous legs.
Earlier we were discussing the wonk leg 4 to 5th control, and Wojciech told us that he was not sure that the left route choice is faster because of the climb, and also in the open lanes there was really heavy wind, but in the end the left route choice is definitely faster.
It is interesting if anybody choose the right direction to this control, because only the GPS of Jonas Maiselis showed up on the field. Now we see Luca Dalla Valle, who started 5th, I think, being on this part of the route, but nobody from the other top 4 teams showed up. Mika Nurmi, Christoph Bogar and Johan Courtois didn't show up on the GPS. Maiselis is going downhill from the right side, on the right side, as we said, not going through control number 6, maybe because of the risk of crashing into opposite direction riders.
I think if anybody from top 4 go to the right route choice to the 5th control, we lose some time, and it will be very difficult after that to catch the competitors in front of him. So this is definitely the most decisive leg today.
We see that there is some GPS coverage going through control number 5 to control number 6, so maybe it will be the next place where we can see the GPS tracks of the other leaders, even if they chose the right direction. Now we see Christoph Bogar on the GPS. He just teleported just after control number 5, so he should be in the lead, as we saw Maiselis starting the downhill before some minutes. So now we see Christoph Bogar already closing up on control number 6 on the climb, and he will have to continue climbing to control number 7. Let's hope the other riders show up too. He's just overtaking the Bulgaria 2 leg, Teodora Tabakova.
We are waiting to see how will go the battle between the first 4 relays, uh, between Czech Republic, France, Lithuania, and Finland. 2 minutes behind them on the start was the relay of Italy with Luca Della Valle on the last leg. Maybe it will be difficult for him to fight for a place in the top 4, but definitely very good chances for a place in the top 6 for the first team of Italy. Christoph Boger is going to the 7th control, and Maiselis from Lithuania is now at the 6th control. Maybe the difference is the same as on the start. And we can see a competitor with a right route choice to the 5th control, the long leg. This is Hasek from Czech Republic in the 2nd team of Czech Republic. But his route choice is maybe not the optimal for the right route choice. There are actually 2 micro route choices from the right. Ivan, what do you think about this? Which is the better micro route choice? The right
I think he has missed this split. I don't think this route choice is
actually a route choice.
Is actually a route choice, but I don't know. Maybe the route was not nice, but if you choose to go on the right, the righter, you go to the right. I think is better because here he's doing climbing of 30 meters, which is useless. But maybe this track, this path was small and he didn't see it. We still don't have the GPS of Johan Courtois, who started 2nd after Christoph Boger. We see Maiselis making a different route choice, going to the right. Christoph Boger chose to climb directly and then go on the flatter surface on the left. Christoph Boger already passing control number 7. And Lithuania with now bigger lead over Finland than at the start. So a very good ride by Jonas Maiselis.
I think that the next 2 controls will be decisive for the competition. When the competitors arrive at the 9th control, the last control in the forest, I think it will be almost impossible to see any change in the positions of the teams.
It will be interesting what are the forkings at control number 7, 8 and 9 because I think there are big differences between the three forkings. But I don't think it will be possible to understand because they will split up and go in the forest, but maybe it will be in the part where there is no GPS coverage, so we'll not be able to understand who has which forking has. Now we see Courtois showing up. Maybe he had the right route choice because he's very late compared to Maiselis and Nurmi. They have overtaken him. He has been overtaken also from Luca Dalla Vele from Italy 1. So we have Italy 1 already in 4th place and closing up on Finland, because at the start the difference was more than 2 minutes between them, and now it looks like more than not more than 1 minute. So Dalla Vele is catching up, is already past Courtois and catching up on Nurmi. Looks like Mycelis is has already taken control number 7 and going through control number 8. If this is correct, and he has this control number 7, the most right one, he will have to go to the upper control number 8, which is seems to be a little bit slower. But let's see.
I think there's a good chances for Mycelis to catch Bogart, but we will have to wait to see exactly the forkings for them.
We've already lost the GPS coverage of Bogart, so we don't know which forking did he have. Maybe he has 39, 37, but he can also be with 34, 31, because he will have to go through this route, even if he has any of the 3 forkings. Courtois is not so away from Dalla Vele, and also to Nurmi. I think Nurmi is making a direct drive through the forest, or maybe on the dotted path, because he's located in the middle of the forest, and he should be on the dotted path, so he should have the most right forking. Most left forking, sorry, 34 and control 31, because he shouldn't be riding on the dotted path if he's to go to 39 or 30 or 49.
We can see from the GPS tracking that Mycelis is very close to Christoph Bogart. If we can trust to the GPS tracking.
Yes, it looks like very close to them. They will, being on this part of the forest, they will go through the 3 of the controls. They will go firstly to control number 37, then to number 32, then to number 31. So it on this part of the race, it doesn't have any difference which control they have, because the paths will go through the 3 of the controls. So they will be pretty even on forkings to control number 9. The location of the 3 controls in control number 9 is very even too. Only they will surely go through control number 62. So the only chance to split is if one of them has 63 and one has 61. 61 should be a little bit slower, maybe 20 to 15 to 20 seconds. So we'll see. Looks like Bogart is going through the forest, I think, and Mycel is on the tracks. But the GPS of Bogart stopped. So maybe the next time we see their GPSs will be going from control number 9 to control number 10 in the village. We see Bogart riding through control number 22. Maybe he's already on the path.
And what do you think about going to the forest? Is it too risky, or especially in this moment when it's third leg in the end of the competition?
I don't see it too risky because the forest is not with very high density, and for example, if you come to control, if you're approaching control number 8, and you have 31 going downhill from the hill where is Nurmi right now, you have 120, 50 meters in the forest, or you have to go almost half a kilometer through the paths. I will, in these conditions where it's very muddy and it's hard to ride on the paths, I will choose to go directly. If I was on, if I had this forking that is with control number 31, I think Nurmi has this one because he went to the dotted path, so he should have 34, and then. Now he should have 31. I think he's going on the left here to be easier to go through the forests. Now we see him go through the forest, and he went a little bit on the left to have to carry the bike less, or to drive through the forest directly. And now he's already on the path. So maybe it was very quick here.
It looks very good for him. Do you think he has chances to catch the other two guys in front of him?
They don't have GPS coverage for over a minute right now, so I think their lead should be somewhere around 1 minute, the lead of Christoph Bogar. So maybe he has caught up some time because of this route choice and this forking, but I cannot be sure how much. Also, we can see Dallavelle going through the forest, so maybe he has 31 too. But he's going directly through the forest, not on the left side like Nurmi did. And maybe the route choice of Nurmi is a little bit better because he quickly transferred from the upper path to the lower path and continue riding. And Dallavelle will probably hit the green forest right now, and it will be a little bit slower there. We see Courtois directly diving to the forest too, so he has obviously he has the 34-31 forking too, and the three of them went directly through the forest. So I think the next place where we can see the leaders will be after control number 9, and let's hope to have good GPS coverage, so we can see how the fight is going to unfold at the end.
Oh, now we can see. I think that this is Christoph Bogar. We can't see the GPS tracking, but we see a competitor from Czech Republic, and I think this is Christoph Bogar. His time at the spectators control is 2 hours and 18 minutes and 50 seconds, so he is first at the spectators control. He is leading the race now. He has around 5 minutes to arrive on the finish to win the race with his Czech teammates. Now we are waiting for the second competitor at the spectators control.
Jonas Maiselis, the GPS tracks are right now catching up. I think this is Jonas Maiselis passing the spectators control with a very small margin of around 20 seconds, 20-25 seconds. We'll see the difference. I hope the GPS caught up so we can catch up quite soon, so we can see how the fight in the village is going to unfold.
It looks like that 12 to 13th control will be decisive, and it will be interesting to see the route choices from Christoph Bogar and Jonas Maiselis, the two leaders. For the moment, we don't have the difference between them on the spectators control. We are waiting for the time of Jonas Mercedes. We are also waiting for the third competitor at the spectators control.
The last forking is the same as we said to control number 14. It will be the longest one, control number 69. But also we have a previous forking which will be different for the different riders. And there is some difference here. Control number 44 looks a little bit more distant than the other two. So if one of them has control number 44, it will be harder to. We see Luca Dalla Valle and Johan Courtois driving through the spectators control for the third place. There will be a fight for the third place. Maybe it was.
I think this was Mika Nurmi from.
Mika Nurmi and Johan Courtois, maybe. No, Dalla Valle and Nurmi, so Italy and Finland. Johan Courtois is still a bit behind.
And we can see that Christoph Boger is going to the left route choice from 12 to 13 control, and this is the faster route choice. And I think if there are no mistakes from him to the end, he will be first at the finish. It's almost impossible for me to be caught from Mercedes.
Mercedes chose the right direction, so he will have to go through the paths surrounding the village, and maybe this means that the fight is over. He has a climb at the end, and Bogar is already at control number 13. So.
Do you think that Mercedes can lost his second place with this route choice from the two competitors behind him? Or
I don't think so. It looks quite he looks quite away. We see Nurmi and Dalla Valle having different options. Dalla Valle going to 43, Nurmi going to 42. So now Nurmi will have a small lead to the Italy guy, and maybe this could prove decisive. We see Mercedes missing the first path to the control. He will now take a little bit more downhill and a little bit more uphill after it. He should have 59, so
yeah,
this is not a mistake, and he's only making a route choice. But it has additional climbing and downhill. We see now Nurmi having something like a margin to Dalla Valle. They both chose the right direction, but we have to wait every second for Christoph Bogar to show it the finish line.
Very stable performance by Christoph Bogar in the third leg for Czech Republic.
We are already waiting for Christoph Bogar at the finish line. He's riding through the second to last control. Jonas Mercedes is also riding to control number 14, which is the last forking. Nurmi and Dalla Valle are riding together. Johan Courtois is passing the spectators control. The Frenchman is located at 5th place. He started second, but he has been overtaken by the Finnish and Italy and Lithuania competitors. Christoph Bogar is closing up on the finish. Already at control number 15. And this will mean that the relay of Marika Moritova, Wojciech Ludwig and Christoph Bogar will win the mixed relay.
They were the big favorites, and now they will be the winners.
Here he is at the last control, Christoph Bogar riding to the finish. This means 3 wins in a row for Wojciech Ludwig, who won the sprint distance and the long distance. And now we have Christoph Bogar finishing on the at the first place in the mixed relay here in Târgoviște, Bulgaria.
Also good ending of the year for Christoph Bogar, who won the overall World Cup, and today he won the mixed relay with his teammates from Czech Republic. But now we are waiting to see the second and the third at the finish.
Jonas Maiselis should show up every second for the second place, and then we have the fight for third place between Luca Dalla Valle and Mika Nurmi, with still with a different route choice for them. Mika Nurmi choosing the right route choice to control number 15, which seems to be an unpopular route choice because he's on the left. Here is the final of Jonas Maiselis, second place in the mixed relay, with Ignas Ambrazas and Gabriele Andrasiuniene for the second place in the mixed relay.
Fantastic performance by the Lithuanian team. And Nurmi, I think he tried something different to see what will happen.
I don't think he needed it because
he was leading.
I think he was leading at the previous control, and now he lost his lead, and Luca Dalla Valle passed him. He chose to ride on the path that they rode on yesterday's long distance to the last control, to the second to last control, but it was slower, and here we see Luca Dalla Valle from Italy winning the third place for Italy with Iris Aurora Pecorari and Fabiano Bettega. The third place goes to Italy. Yeah. And now we have at the finish line the finish relay of Ruska Sarela, Jussi Laurila and Mika Nurmi on the fourth place, with a small mistake of Mika Nurmi for the second to last control, where he lost his chances of becoming third in the mixed relay.
Yeah, this battery choice at the end cost them the third place. They were together almost to the end, but really bad decision from the Finnish guy.
We're looking to make a quick interview with the third leg of the winners, Christoph Bogar. In the meantime, we're waiting for Johan Courtois to finish. He will take the fifth place. Johan Courtois started second, but with a very good rides by Luca Dalla Valle, Mika Nurmi and Jonas Maiselis. The French became fifth. At the last leg, we see a time of 45 minutes of Christoph Boger, and Jonas Maiselis had a time of 44. So the best ride of the day goes to, I think, to Luca Dalla Vele with time of 43 minutes and 7 seconds, which is 1 minute better than the time of, or for example, 30 to 40 seconds better than the time of not Christoph Boger, but Wojciech Ludwig on the second leg. But Wojciech Ludwig made a very good margin for Christoph Boger, starting in the somewhere around 7th place. He came back first, and he paved the way to win the relay. Now we'll make a quick interview with Jonas Maiselis from Lithuania, third leg of the relay, who became second today.
We are with Jonas Maiselis, who finished second with his teammates from Lithuania. I think very good performance, but how was your race today, and are you satisfied with your performance?
Yeah, I'm very satisfied with my performance because I knew that second place is possible and first place is very hard to catch because Christoph Boger is very strong and I know that he performs well. So I catch the French guy to the first control, I think. Then I went all the track alone. I didn't make any major mistakes, some small ones, and I think route choices. Maybe one route choice was not the most optimal, but I'm satisfied with my result.
At the GPS tracking, it looked like you have visual contact with Christoph Boger. Is it right? Is it true?
Yeah, I saw him up the mountain and I knew it's about 30 seconds, but my legs were already hurting from yesterday's performance and today, and I'm not that fast going up the mountain. So.
And do you think during the race that you have chances to catch Christoph Boger?
Some small ones, because as I said, he's a very strong guy, and I was waiting for his mistake, but he didn't do any. I think he didn't do any mistakes. So, but still, we are very satisfied with the second place, and it's almost like a win for us. So, very good.
Congratulations again for your fantastic performance, and good luck in the future.
We are waiting for the finish of Jan Hasek and Florian Pinsart for the Czech Republic 2 and France 2. Here they are, the teams of Czech Republic 2 and 3 finished, and then Florian Pinsart for France 2. Jan Hasek and Martin Kanta finished for the second and third Czech teams. Johan Courtois, France, finished fifth as expected. He started second, but lost some time, and Jonas Maiselis, Luca Dallavele, and Mika Nurmi passed him. The sixth place goes to the relay of Sweden 1 with Marcus Jansson on the last leg. Then we have the relays of Czech Republic 2 and 3 with Jan Hasek and Martin Kanta, and then Florian Pinsent from France 6. This is the top 9 of today's mixed relay. So we have the relay of Czech Republic 1 winning today's mixed relay with Lithuania 1 at second place at 1 minute and 10 seconds behind. 2 minutes and 7 seconds behind is the third relay in today's mixed relays with Italy 1 and Luca Dallavele with a very strong run on the last leg. Fourth place for Mika Nurmi, who lost the third place at the end. Johan Courtois, France, closing the top 5 for France, and on 6th place we have Sweden 1, then Czech Republic 2 and 3, and France 2. And the 10th place goes to Portugal with Davide Machado, yesterday's third placed rider, closing up the top 10 in today's mixed relay. The Danish relay just finished at 11th place with Oliver Fries on the third leg. They were pretty much in the mix at the start with a very strong run on the first leg for Camilo Sjogard. Almost 5 minutes before the other leading teams, but not a very good ride on the second leg for Alan Jensen. Killed their chances of fighting for the top 3. This is Andreas Waldmann from Austria, who is the third leg of the Austrian relay. Second place for him in yesterday's long distance. Now a good ride, but he had a lot of time to catch up because of the not so good ride of Jana Hnilika on the first leg. His time is 43 minutes, so very strong ride by Andreas Waldmann, but it was not enough because with 17 minutes 17 minutes late on the first leg, it is not easy to catch up. we see the official time of the Austrian relay on the 12th place, Andreas Waldmann, the third leg, and his time on the third leg is 43 minutes and 7 seconds, which is exactly the same as Luca Dalla Valle. So this seemed to be the best rides for today. Marcus Jansson from Sweden too had a very good ride too, and also Jan Hasek from the Czech Republic. Florian Pinsart from France also had a very good ride. Florian Pinsart from France took over the relay with a very big deficit, but finished the relay at 9th place. So this should be the fastest ride of the day for Florian Pinsart with just less than 41 minutes. It is easily the quickest one. There is nobody else below 43 minutes. So a very good ride by Florian Pinsart from France with 40 minutes and 56 seconds. Now we will be making a quick interview with event director Ivan Sirakov for the competition and how it went.
Ivan Sirakov, the event director, is with me, and I want to ask him if he is satisfied with the organization of this huge event, and yeah.
Yeah, I actually can say I'm satisfied because we had most of the important things fine. We didn't have any problems, technical issues and so on. So we didn't have any crashes, and yeah, everything went smooth in general. So it is good end right now, and yeah, maybe today we had some even more difficulties with really really strong wind, and the arena was blown away in the morning, so we had to build everything again and remove all the fancy stuff around. But in the end, the riders could have made their race like they should, and yeah, the best won, I guess.
What was the most challenging thing in the organization of this event? What do you think?
Yeah, I think we had a lot of difficulties during the whole planning and organizing the event, because as you know, this was the first major YOF event in MTBO, and we had to deal with a lot of different stuff. So it was also with the mapping and courses, and as well with the overall organization, accommodating the teams, finding places for the bikes, and lots of other stuff. We also had problems with some permissions, but in the end, with the help of the government, we had everything settled, and it was fine.
And what can we expect from MTB orienteering in Bulgaria for the future? Maybe another huge event in the next years from your team Variant 5, Dragobische?
Yeah, we can't say anything about that. In 2 years, of course, the World MTBO Championships are held near this place right now. They're going to be in Schumann, but the organizer is totally different. So we actually have nothing to do with these championships. But I hope it will be really, really good in 2 years when the World MTBO Championships will be here in Bulgaria. But in general, there is a huge motivation for the MTBO Commission in Bulgaria, and there is a nice and young national team who are now training and motivated to perform well in the next few years. So I think it's a bright future, let's say.
I think overall it was a very good competition, so congratulations for you. It was a really nice competition.
Thank you very much.
So this is all from our live coverage for today and for the whole World Masters orienteering, mountain bike orienteering championships, the World Cup for the men and women, the final round of 2022, and the under 23 World Championships. We are Ivan Dimitrov and
Stephanie Odanov.
thank you for watching, and hopefully we'll have a big competitions in Bulgaria soon, so you can watch us together again.
See you soon.